Hello students, welcome back to one more session of spectroscopy. In the previous session we have seen that a vibrating diatomic molecule behaves like harmonic oscillator and how we'll get the spectrum. So due to equal spacing of energy, all transitions occur at the same frequency, which results in a single line in the spectrum. But experimentally it was found that often the spectrum consists of many closed lines, which shows that the real molecules do not obey the laws of simple harmonic oscillation. The bonds in the molecules are elastic but not homogeneous to obey Hooke's law. Suppose as the vibrations are becoming more and more, if it is more than 10%, then the molecule later dissociate into atoms. Thus, for smaller compressions and extensions, the bond may be elastic and obeys the Hooke's law, but for larger amplitudes, it will become more complicated and thus it will be enharmonic. Enharmonicity means it is the deviation of a system from being harmonic oscillator. An oscillator that is not oscillating in simple harmonic motion. If the bond between the atoms is stretched more and more, a point will come where the bond will break and the molecule thus dissociate into atoms. So for this situation, a parabola is not correct at all extensions because it does not allow the bond to dissociate. So a parabolic approximation is not the actual potential energy curve, whatever we have seen in the case of a simple harmonic oscillation. When the motion becomes enharmonic, it can be represented by the Morse potential energy curve as shown in the diagram. Morse curve, the energy of a diatomic molecule undergoing enharmonic stretching and compression. It is given by the equation E equal to dEq into 1 minus exponential into A into Req minus R whole square. So which gives the curve like this, where A is the constant for a particular molecule, dEq is the dissociation energy. And from this the pattern of a load energy levels will become epsilon V equal to V plus half omega bar E minus V plus half whole square omega bar E XE centimeter inverse, where V equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Here omega bar E is nothing but the oscillation frequency. XE is enharmonicity constant for the bond stretching vibration. And this XE is always a small and a positive value, and approximately it is plus 0.01. Thus the vibrational levels are more closer together with increasing V. So as V increases, the vibrational energy of successive vibrational levels decreases. So the vibrational levels are not evenly spaced like in simple harmonic oscillator, but at the higher quantum levels it becomes closer. Due to enharmonicity, the transitions are not confined to only adjacent levels, so that is delta V equal to plus or minus 1, but here delta V equal to plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, etc. are also observed in the spectrum. For any real state, the oscillation frequency is given by omega bar oscillation equal to omega bar E into 1 minus XE into V plus half. From this, the allowed vibrational energy states are, depending on the quantum number V equal to 0, it will be half omega bar E into 1 minus half XE. For V equal to 1, the energy will be 3 by 2 omega bar E into 1 minus 3 by 2 XE. For V equal to 2, the energy of the system will be 5 by 2 omega bar E into 1 minus 5 by 2 Xe and so on. So we can observe here the 0 point energy is somewhat lower than that we have seen in the case of a simple harmonic oscillator. So here the selection rules will become the molecules, as already we have seen, they should have change in dipole moment. Only polar molecules can absorb the IR radiation and will be IR active. And for higher jumps here, the selection rule will be delta V equal to plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3 and so on. So along with the selection rule of simple harmonic oscillator, that is plus or minus 1, here higher jumps are also possible. But there may be diminishing possibility, and only the lines of delta V equal to plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2 and plus or minus 3 will have observable intensity. Let us see what are the various lines that are observed in the spectrum. The first transition V equal to 0 to V equal to 1, that is delta V equal to plus 1, which is called as fundamental vibration and will be obtained approximately at omega bar E. And the transition V equal to 0 to V equal to 2, that is when delta V equal to plus 2, the obtained line, it is called as first overtone and it will be seen at 2 omega bar E. And the transition V equal to 0 to V equal to 3, when delta V equal to plus 3, we'll get the spectral line, that is second overtone, and it will be at 3 omega bar E. So the transition from 0 to 1, it is called as fundamental vibration. 0 to 2, it is called as first overtone, and 0 to 3, it is called as second overtone. And these occurs close to and slightly lower wave numbers than fundamental vibrations. So the signals which are appearing at high temperature, they are called as hot bands. So students, we have seen about how the diatomic molecule becomes anharmonic and about Morse potential energy curve, what are the various selection rules and what are fundamental vibration, overtones and hot bands. In the next session, we will see what are the various applications of IR spectroscopy. Thank you. Have a nice day.